What's this? Yummy!
Look at me. From a lord's messenger to a taster of cadavers. Cold and salty. This must be it.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Brought to you by
So we're just beginning our journey in the open world. We're just a little baby. A little baby brand new in the world.
Defend yourself.
Barely a tooth in our head.
It's up to you. You ready?
And
I am.
we've been primarily surviving off of making potions. Surviving with harvesting flowers and shit. Doing a bit of blacksmithing. Working really hard. Doing some quests. This guy wants us to punch him in the face for some reason. I'll be happy to oblige. You want to get beat up? I'm gonna take all your shit. Oh, hello.
Stop!
Sir. Oh, you're back. Stay down. All right, give me your shit. He woke up when I tried to rob him. All right, I'm gonna just snap his neck. He won't wake up now. You wanted me to knock you out? Well, you're dead, son. Anyway, that's what we've been doing. Discovered Samine. I think that's where the wedding is. So we've been working hard, but now we've discovered that it's not the Christian thing to do. But apparently the game developers want you to steal a lot. Because it's pickpocketing is the easiest thing in the game that you could do to make money. It's just you'd be rich like that. And it'll save you years off of grinding your life away. So we're down here in the Miller. This is one of the first beds that you can get in the south. You could go to the blacksmith.
What's the purpose of the pen beyond the string?
Or both. You're gonna do both.
You notice the blood stains there, eh?
So
I let my hands practice fist fighting there.
this guy's got a little
Can I
fight
try
club
too?
going on
Why
his
not?
farm.
Maybe you'll get to go to Jarrod.
The jelly
In Zeliop,
Hi.
they have a
Once in a
fight
while,
club
I send
also.
my strongest hand there to test his mettle against
But
the locals.
They
He
tell
earns
you
a few
that
groschen.
if you come
I
and
sleep better at
work
night
at this
than
guy's
folk
fight
around
club,
know I
then
have a hulk of
he'll
a
send
man
you
like
there and
that
pay
here.
your bill
And if I
stuff,
beat your
'cause
hand,
it costs $100
would you send me
fight.
to jelly? I could also use those groschen.
We'll see. You ain't beaten no one yet.
Oh yeah, we will. Time to beat our meat.
Where
And
should
so-
I lie down?
Well,
You're
it's
the
best if you
first
sleep
meat.
upstairs, behind the chimney. Go up the stairs to the next floor, and climb the ladder to the attic. That's where you'll find it.
Sweet. So that he tells you where you can get the bed,
that lives in it.
go in so you can save and sleep and heal.
God bless you.
That's how you heal in this game primarily is sleeping.
Where did this...
But the coin comes first, don't it?
And marigold potions
But I don't want to wager.
Well then, tough
and
luck.
bandages.
I'm not fighting for the good of my health. Come back when you mean it seriously.
So, I don't have any money because I'm poor and I ain't been thieving yet. But we're gonna start thieving now. We're gonna get rich. So we're going back to Trauskowitz, some shit. It's like our first town that you can find a bed at and sleep for free, but you can't save in the bed, which took me a while to figure out. So this staircase right here, you can't see this motherfucker in the dark. It's so hard to find the staircase. But this is right next to your bed in Trauskowitz. It's like 20 feet from where you wake up in the beginning of the open world over here in your first city. And if you can find this staircase, there's a guy up here asleep at 12 o'clock at night is when everyone sleeps. And you can't, I have this brightened up. You can't see shit. It's just pitch black. And it helps to wear dark clothes, but you don't have to wear, it doesn't matter really. But so this is what it looks like. It's just pitch black. So you go up beside him and you hold the pickpocketing button that it tells you. And then it does the time. And then you search his pockets by going back and forth on the D-pad. And then you got to get out with that. Your hand out of his pocket is the door. All before the time ends. And you can just kind of keep doing it. See in the where the numbers are, it'll turn red whenever he starts to wake up. So you just let go. And that's how much time you got. If it didn't turn red, and you search for the keys, and then you get out the door. And then they didn't notice you stole. You're a stoler. And you can go back in for some more. We just gotta look at that center, see how it's turning red. Oh yeah. See the keys? And then get out the door. Pickpocketing successful. Alright, so this is brightened up here. Because you can't see, it's pitch black, you can't see anything. Can't get your, you don't want to take your torch out because you're trying to steal stuff. You can get a potion that can help you see in the dark, called like Nighthawk or something. And so this is what's in this chest right by him. You're not going to open this chest when you do the full run of stealing from basically a whole military base. You're stealing from the bailiff, and it's just an army's worth of goods that this guy has, and books and stuff. But so you got to get out of here, and there's a window right here that you can jump out of, but you can't see anything up there by that chest. And now if you just come right back through the barn again, if you would have went straight, you'd go back to your bed over there, but alright, we're gonna go back in here. There's a door right here, and this is just easy loot. But there's another guy that we can pickpocket and get 2 more sets of keys from, but we're not gonna worry about that right now. We're just gonna come in here. There's a chest, that's where this is. And there's also a bunch of weapons on the wall on a rack, or by the wall on a rack, that you can grab. But then you want to just leave here. Back out the door. It doesn't even really matter if you leave the doors open or closed, but I like to put a boundary between me and them that they'll have to open at least. But we're just gonna go back. We're just gonna loot that little bit because that's just some easy, quick. You steal 1 set of keys and then you go back home. And you're over encumbered, which you gain strength or something from being over encumbered and walking. So you're gonna go back to, this is your first bed that doesn't save, but you can sleep and heal. back here behind the general store in Troskowitz. And then we're just gonna sleep as long as we can. Because now that you've stolen, it takes 3 days for these goods to not be flagged by the pawn shop. So, you just gotta camp out here with a bunch of food and eat. You can read books. You can, but mostly you're just gonna be waiting and sleeping and eating for 3 days. And then when you get done with all that, you can put on the most expensive gear that you have, that you've stolen. That way that you won't sell that so easily. And then that's you back there in your house. Look, we got all kinds of loot. We're gonna have to eat and drink. And then let's walk our slow ass to the store right over here. You can't fast travel. Like you're not supposed to be able to, but it happens.
Ave Maria. I apologize.
This lady's sometimes glitching out over here by the wash stall quite a bit. She likes that step right there. She has a little trouble with it. Clean your dirty ass off before you go to the store, where you don't stink. I have a perk that I clean myself completely in the washcloth, wash trough, I mean. So that's nice.
Wie geht's, mein Freund?
Now,
I'll have a look at the wares.
this guy's got like $378. So we're just gonna get all of that. And then we have to wait like a day. You know, if you wait like 12 hours, we'll have like $100 or something. So you just wait like a day. But you wanna
I'd like to discuss the price.
sell him all that stuff, and
Warum
then
nicht?
we'll do a little haggling, because that increases your reputation. I always just give them a little bump to make them happy, especially since they're buying my stolen items all the time. So I charge them less than what they ask for, just a little bit. And then I get a good reputation. No problems, no questions asked.
Here. Plus a bit on top.
Yeah, give you a little
Wunderbar.
cut.
Dankeschön.
You know, I'm a Christian thief. Ha. So, I was waiting over here.
God be with you.
It's supposed
Keep
to
the
be a
peace
safe
and we'll
spot to
stay
wait. Just over here. You're not supposed to loiter, but you know, you're supposed to be able to wait there. See, nothing happened to me on this right now. And see, look, I'm too fat to go anywhere still, so I gotta wait.
What do you have for
shit.
sale?
Give me some money.
Here.
Yeah.
Plus a bit on top.
Alright, so then I got arrested for loitering.
Wait a moment. Sure we can come to an agreement, can't we? I didn't steal anything. That's mine.
No. No, it isn't.
But luckily, I
Don't try
have
to make a
already
fool out of me.
rested for 3 days. Like 4 days now.
I can't pay.
And this dude's
don't
wanting
have
like
enough money.
In that
$890.
case, the pillory
It's
awaits.
fucking insane.
Take me away.
Now, let's have a look at what you've stolen. Show me the goods. And if I find anything else on you that doesn't belong to you, I'll confiscate that too.
Take a look then.
Good. You don't have anything else on you that doesn't belong to you. You won't avoid punishment. Let's
See,
go.
so he didn't even
I'll
pick
lock
up
you
on all
in
my
the
stolen
pillory
goods.
until you rot.
because it had been so long since I'd stolen. But I still had to go in the stocks. Alright, so look, I still got my $447 and all the rest of my shit that I stole. So, this is where I recommend you wait over here in the potion shack if you're just gonna wait to go back to the store and sell some more shit. Then when you get, when you're not over encumbered anymore, you can go back to the mill. Oh yeah, back at the mill. We got your money now, bitch, and we're ready to fight. We're ready to kick your ass for $10, motherfucker.
Here's the coin.
I done
Great.
robbed the whole
Get your
army
ass ready for a good
at the
kicking.
bailiff's office. So I don't know what the hell's going on with this hand-to-hand combat. I don't really know how to block.
Fights better than you.
I'm pushing the left trigger and stuff, but you know, I
Who
don't
taught
know
you to fight?
what's happening.
Your mum? Show your stuff.
So, just like, try not to run out of stamina. Use your kick
Fucking hell.
to kind of poke them in the stomach. Get real close and twist their arm.
Even my nan fights better than you.
And
she's
slap them
dead.
as
I've
much
been
as you
waiting for
can.
you.
If you get like one slap that lands, try to follow it up with another like this, and then once you get going, just keep punching until they give up.
gives him a... Nice. Nice.
That's all the advice I
Fight
can
better
give
than
you.
I'd have expected.
Once they start going
We'll
down,
see how
finish
you
them
fare
off.
against Malik. Oh, yeah. And this is yours.
Otherwise, they'll recover. You don't want that. So you beat up that bitch, and then they're like, fight another bitch. And you're like, okay.
God
So
bless.
this guy's standing right here.
Here it is.
That's the way I like it.
Alright,
Let's
bitch.
do this.
Let's go. And all these guys want to talk to you for a while. I'll save that for y'all
Christ!
to discover on your own.
Useless. Bam. There you go.
So like I said, the down is the kick, and you can like poke them in the stomach with that unless they back up.
Closer.
So just kind of stay back and, you know,
Bam. There you go.
until you can get like a good, see how I poked him in the stomach with that? So you can get like a good combo landed.
Come closer.
But they'll dodge a lot of this shit.
Nice.
Don't run out of stamina.
Take that.
It's like, what the fuck, man?
There you
Hell. Die! Oh no.
yourself. Come closer.
Oh, get your arm and break it. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're a bitch. No, no.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna snap your arm.
There you go.
Oh, he kicked me in the stomach. No, no. So maybe I was a little weak from fighting Hansel already, but this bitch knocked me out. So I gotta go and rest and to heal up. I'm all fucked up. So you just go to sleep if that happens, or whenever you know you've been in too many fights. So this is the miller's bed that they got for you. It's a very humble, shitty bed on the floor. And there's a chest in here also that you can put stuff in. And all these bed chests link together, so all your stuff will be in there.
I reckon Bonnie will be
All your stuff, all your shit will be in the chest. You want to fight? Oh, y'all are practicing, huh? Alright, so this bitch isn't over here, so you gotta go find him. And he's over here by the wood part, the carpenter
You still have a lot to
section
learn, but it wasn't bad.
of the mill.
You think? You really swept the floor with me.
It's just about practice. Come around sometime, we could train a bit. You ought to take a break from brawling for a while.
He won't fight you
Another
again.
pasting or two and you won't be getting up.
I'm not afraid of a few bruises.
So you gotta wait for a while until he'll fight your ass again. So I can come back over here to the Tomcat, the Nomad sword fighter guy.
God be with you. What would you like?
I'd like to learn something.
And he
what would you be
teaches
interested
you a
in?
bunch of stuff for a price, but you don't have to do shit.
Can you fight with a pole arm?
And there's several people in this
Show
game
me
that
some.
do this, where you
I
just
can
pay them
show
and
you all
they give you
sorts of
skills
things, but they'll be of no use to you.
Why?
for
Well,
their
I've
mission,
got eyes,
or
don't
just,
I?
Why not give it a try?
you know, they're
Look.
available.
I can show you how to beat a fella
This guy's
up
a
with
mission,
staff
though,
without
to
breaking
show
a
you
sweat.
you can do that.
But I have a very distinctive style.
And I'm a quick learner. It'll be fine. Trust me.
All right, suit yourself. Off to the arena then, my apprentice. Come on, let's go and kick up some dust.
And this guy will talk your fucking ear off, and he's retarded, so I'll save you some of that.
I'd like to learn something.
So yeah, just
what
keep
would you be interested
telling
in?
him I want to learn stuff. Yeah,
Are you good
teach
with a
me all
sword?
this. You have to
I'm
learn all this
good
stuff.
with everything, my
I
friend.
just wanted to learn
but I
like
prefer a bone-breaking cudgel
heavy
over a
weapons, but
sword.
and the hand-to-hand
bad.
combat.
But
which
I'd like to...
I get it.
hand-to-hand combat was
You
like
just want to
$500.
cross
You
swords
know?
with the famous Master
It
Tomcat,
would take you
right?
forever. You know how many
Let's get
potions you'd have to
started.
make $500? Yes, yeah, pickpocket people.
My name is Henry, and I've heard in the village that you're a renowned strongman, juggler, and moreover...
Friend,
But you have to
I've been
buy
missing
all
a
this
good
shit
fight around here.
in level. It's skills, you know.
What would you
And
like
then
in
he's
return?
got some more
Oh,
missions.
please. I'll do it out of sheer kindness. I don't have anything to do right now anyway. You can pay me next time. You! Sorry, lad, but it's too soon for me to teach you the Master Strike.
True. Will you teach me another swordsmanship trick?
Certainly, but you better not talk about it like that. I don't know if you like fistfights as much as I do, but I know one quick blow that can reliably knock out any tough bastard and send him to the ground. Guaranteed. Would you like me to show you?
That sounds good. Teach me that.
But of course, it's not that difficult. But I'd say it's a good place to start. Open up by kicking your opponent in his leg, and then immediately hit him in the face with the outside edge of your fist. And that's it. It's over. I call it the blacksmith's hammer. Now, come and try it a few times.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Certainly. Why not? I happen to have some time on my hands, and a good stretch would do me well. It occurred to me that a thrust with a sword to the leg of that poor lug you're fighting is pretty simple, but bloody effective. It'd be my pleasure to teach you that.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Aye, as I said, it's a quick slash to the leg. After 2 quick attacks from above, instead of lifting the sword, you unexpectedly attack the knee of your opponent's front leg. Nothing to think about. Quick work, and it's done. Now, come and try it a few times. What?
That sounds good. Teach me that.
As I said before, you can also use your shield offensively. By faking an upper attack, you force your opponent to raise his weapon hand, which you subsequently deflect with your shield. And when he's distracted, you hit him in the head, and he's finished. Now, come and try it a few times.
Alright, so now you gotta fight this motherfucker. And if you just try to fight him with just a sword,
I
he'll
challenge you
just
to
keep
a
master
duel.
striking the shit out of you.
Come and join me in the arena.
It'll
we
take him
begin?
a couple of seconds to
begin.
kill your ass.
Defend yourself.
So you just fight him like every other person in the world. And you put some bane poison on your blade. And then you stab him one time and block with your shield
Christ, these
until
cramps
he
are-
dies.
What could have caused them?
Which he doesn't actually die in this, but in the real world, everyone else dies. And so the shield is easy to block. You just hold block, and it does the rest of the work. And so he can't touch me, and he's fucking bleeding out. You can see his health bar is he still whacked me. But you can see his little health bar,
Do you think I have what it takes?
the little blue
All
one
right.
next to my
You
red one.
deserve to be taught the master strike. Here's a training sword so he won't get hurt.
Let's get to it.
And see, he was trying to master strike me the
What's
whole
your
fucking
name,
time.
minstrel girl?
They call me
So he teaches
Dancer,
you the master
but
strike.
I go by
It's
many
annoying.
other names.
And can I hear them?
Like,
If you
sword
come by
fighting
after
can
a show,
be countered
maybe I'll let you give me one
endlessly,
yourself,
so
handsome.
put
But
some bane
now,
poison on your
alas,
blade and
there's no
stab them
time
with
to
it
perform.
and be done with them.
We have to leave here in all haste.
And that's how you kill everyone in this game.
Why the rush?
Our tricks and jests rob some respectable old
This
farts
is
up
some
the wrong
lady
way at the
that
town hall. Our
met me on the
tomcat
side of the
entertained
road
a
and
bailiff's
just
wife,
wanted to suck my
in the
cock,
hay,
so I
and
let
he
her.
caught them in the act.
I bet he didn't find it funny, did he? And they say there's no place for sin anymore.
Indeed. The bailiff don't take to his pizzle being yanked.
I'm afraid it is time to part, minstrel girl.
Farewell, handsome. Maybe our paths will cross again.
Anytime you're fast traveling and you get stopped, unless you just want to see like what's going on there, you can just flee and you'll always just go past it and continue to where you're going. Back to the fight! I'm gonna beat your ass now, Melik. I learned everything from Tomcat. I learned all the moves. And I'm back with a vengeance.
Come closer.
In my fight club. Maybe you hit like block whenever it does that thing in the center.
Come closer.
I don't know. All I know is slap this fool. See, just gotta wait till you hit him.
There you go.
I missed again. No. No, bitch, no. No, no, bitch, no.
There you go.
Getting low on stamina. Twist your arm off and break it. Oh no, he reversed it. What is this? Kick you in the face, bitch. Yeah. I know Jackie Chan and Jean-Claude Van Damme. Hey. I know American Ninja. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And just kind of push them against the wall also, so they can't back up.
Oh, somebody Somebody gave you a good working over.
And look, his neck's broke now. And he's okay. Alright, buddy.
Oh, damn! You gave me the runaround.
You alright?
Well, a bit of liquor to ease the pain, a bit for the tummy, and I'll be alright. You're gonna be much worse off when Vera's done with you. If you wanted to train a bit before then, let me know. I can show you some tricks. And here's your wager. Spend it well.
Now it's my turn.
While we're here, we might as well do the Miller's quest.
Oh, that's heavy.
Because he doesn't trust you to get him to open up. He wants you to carry some sacks of flowers to the wagon for your first job before the fight club, but I skipped that. I skipped putting the sacks in here. Because I was like, I'm not doing that for $10. He's like, I'll give you $10 a sack. It's like I'm making potions and making a fortune. Now I'm stealing. I was blacksmithing, you know? I had real jobs. Oh. Miller's a fucking...
You got it done.
The least you would expect. The Miller. The baker. He's off doing all kinds of fucking crimes and shit.
I said, are you done?
You're milling some pretty peculiar grain here, Miller. It's got a bit of a metallic
He's gotta
flavour
do some
to it.
crimes because all he does is play around with
Can't
flour.
you be more careful?
Everybody else is
Tell me the truth.
molding iron and
What
shit.
are you really doing here?
Seems
baking
I'll
donuts.
have to lift the lid off the cauldron of knowledge sooner than I expected. You think you're ready?
Yes.
I'm attempting to convert matter into a truly miraculous energy.
What?
I understand. It seems impossible. I'm sure you're asking yourself what that has to do with the metal in the sacks. But we're only just scratching the surface. You see, for my experiment, I'll need something sinfully earthy. Something we'll have to appropriate. And that's something you can help me with, my curious apprentice.
I'll help you.
That's the right attitude. Now listen up. In Troskovitz, next to the tavern, there's a rat house. And in that rat house, there's a chest. And in that chest is a document I need. One that used to be mine. But due to an unfortunate twist of fate, ended up there. It's called The Offer of Hermes Trismegistos. It's written right on it. You said you could do all sorts of things, so I assume reading is one of them. Am I right?
I can read. But I reckon that's the catch, isn't it?
The catch is the chest is under lock and key, and most likely well guarded.
Of course it is. And then you'll get me into Semin's wedding?
Aye. If you help me, I'll find a way to get you there. Miller's honor.
Where exactly should I look for this document? I doubt they've only got one chest in the Troskovitz rat house.
I can't help you there, but my hand Zinnik might know more. He had the document on him, but then the bloody fool got caught because of something else, and they took it from him. I'm pretty sure he's still on display in the stocks on the square. Just remember, lad, if you get caught like he did, the guards will turn out your pockets. Then it would be pretty hard to explain what a tramp like you is doing with a document he can't even read.
No, I doubt the bailiff will let me roam around the rat house and go peeking through his chests. Any advice on getting in there without being spotted?
Oh, come on. Do I really have to spell it out for you? Black clothes, the play of light and dark. A quiet night, and those who live in the shadows, concealed beneath its veil.
Is that supposed to be advice?
Just get some inconspicuous clothing and head over there after midnight.
And where can I get some clothes like that?
I had my outfit washed in the Gilioff bathhouse, but after a bit of disagreement, they refused to give it back. It's my gift to you. All you have to do is pick it up.
Pick them up? You want me to steal them, don't you?
Doesn't it sound like a suitable appetizer before the main course? There's no sense in trying to deal with the owner, Dorothy, anyway. She's a contrary woman who's impossible to talk to.
I'm not even surprised your paths crossed. I'd like to learn more about the art of thievery.
Thievery? Why call it the art of thievery? It's simply an art. But all right, enough wordplay. If you want to learn something, go and see Hensel. He'll tell you how to relieve people of the things in their purses, or how to quickly and painlessly send them to the land of dreams. And if you'd like to try opening locks without a key, there's a chest in the barn that you carried the sacks to. You can practice on that.
All right.
And what do you know?
I reckon I know everything I need.
The miller
Thanks.
helps you level up lock-picking skills and stealth. Who would have thunk it? You'd think that this was just some trash place that's like, why do I gotta go to the mill? I'll go to the blacksmith for the wedding. But no. This guy's like, I'll teach you how to pick locks. Lock picking is really hard at first. It's really annoying. And then, but the pickpocketing is easy. Easy, and that's big money. Just steal some keys, open everything, level up that bushman. So he's silent in the bushes. And back to fighting. Hey, bitch, another fighter. We got another contender here. This guy was just in the arena waiting for us. He was waiting for an ass whooping. We know how to do you now. This offense and corner you into the wall. No respect for you. Oh, I'm tired. Just a second. Oh, yeah, here I come, bitch. I'm gonna break your arm. Break it off.
You'll be shitting
I'm gonna
out your
snap
own
it.
teeth when I'm done.
Snap it like a chicken wang. No, bitch. In your face. You're a disgrace. I pity the po fool. So he's knocked out now. And that's the last guy here at the mill to fight in the fight club. So now you can get a sponsor to fight over in the other town. Say, Miller, I beat all your bitches.
Fuck me. I stripped in like you, and you whipped my ass.
You're full of surprises yourself. Not even Pa swore as much when he whacked his knee with his blacksmith's hammer.
Oh, I know. Once a fight starts, my mouth takes on a life of its own. Here's the coin you won, and go and see Crazel. He could send you to Shelioff instead of me.
Well, Miller, seems I defeated all the hands you have here.
Even Vera? Well, hats off to you then. Listen, what if I sent you to Shelioff instead of him? You up to it?
Sure. Why not?
Great. I'll pay the entry fee and wager a pile on you, so you better win. And if you want to train a bit more, just punch the shit out of them sissies of mine.
And now the miller wants you to go steal a document from our favorite place to steal from, where we make all the money, right by our first little bed in Traskowskowitz.
God grant you health.
So you can read a book after. I like to read a book after I beat someone up. It's nice for the mind, level up the knowledge and the scholarship. This one takes 4 hours. Whoopity doobity. Read a book. And,
I heard you have some clothes here that belong to Miller
he wanted
Crazel.
you to go and
You're damn right I do.
get
They're
his
here waiting for
thief
him.
clothes
Only I had to put them away in a chest
from
in
the
the loft.
bathhouse.
So I don't have to be constantly reminded of the debt
So you get some
Crazel
free
racked
clothes.
up here. Taking his bloody
They're all
time, he is,
black.
the bastard.
They're just some cheap
Those rags have been
clothes
here
all
for
dyed
so
black.
long, the rats have got into them.
So you can
Why
be
do you
quiet
care
and go
about them so
in the
much
darkness
anyway?
and steal a bunch of shit. Get his document. So lady, stop hassling
Miller
me.
mentioned
Give me his clothes.
that I could take them.
Are you his new lackey or what? Did Zinnek start to get on his nerves?
Well,
Look, I don't really care who takes them. They're a bunch of boring rags. But if you only knew how much work it was to wash out them particular black stains and sew up the burn holes, and most of all, to wash out that awful stench of rotten eggs, blah. Along with Crazel's debt, it'll cost you this much, including the price of soap.
come on, Dorothy.
What is it?
Well, I'm sure I could get you the groschen. I have a feeling you prefer a more steady supply of silver.
What do you mean?
You're looking at a fellow who meets with all sorts of important people in the region. And these people ask him, "Where did you get such beautifully clean clothes, good sir?" And he honestly answers, "Well, from Dorothy and Jelyov, of course. She washes your clothes so gently and thoroughly, you'll feel like you're wrapped in a feather quilt. And trust me, I'm willing to pay for a comfort like that."
And this fella's supposed to be you?
Wasn't that obvious?
I'm not sure. Where you're from, they call beggars good sir. Or are you trying to tell me that a yokel like you meets with nobles? Even in Trotsky itself? Puh. If I was the Chamberlain, I'd throw piss on you at first sight. I wouldn't be surprised if you and Crazel already tried that, judging by how them rags stink. Either way, if you want them, you'll have to pay off his debt. Otherwise, you can take your leave.
About Crazel's clothes.
You seem right obsessed with them boring old rags, lad. Oh, we had to wash them 7 times to get that stench of rotten eggs out of them. Ugh.
I might be interested in them.
Well, it seems they must be worth something, since they're in such high demand.
Fine, I'll pay. My God, that's a price fit for a king's wardrobe.
I told you, that's including the debt. You can sort that out with the miller yourself. Here's the key to the chest in the loft. There's some other forgotten rags lying around near it. That's how you'll recognize it. What are you giving me that look for? You're not going to make me go up and get them, are you?
I wouldn't dream of it.
So, you could probably just go and steal these. But, you know, I don't want any trouble from this lady. I just want the thief clothes. I'll make the money back. It'll be fine. So you can see he's got a bunch of black clothes. Then you can come back over here.
There you go.
Into the
That
town.
is what I like to see.
This is by the bathhouse. And we can fight this first fool, Hans. And you just push him backwards. Get close and push him backwards and then kick him in the face and they're knocked out.
Greetings, handsome. Come over here.
Oh yeah, baby. Then you get a groupie. What's up, baby?
Why not?
What you need? What you need, girl?
Did I hear right that you're going to compete in the fights at the tavern?
Aye, I'm planning to. Why?
Well, I have a favour to ask of you.
And what do you need, girl?
One of the fighters, named Bohunek, he takes care of the horses here.
What about him?
I want you to give him a proper beating, so he won't be able to sit for at least a week.
That won't be a problem.
Thank you. And then come and see me. I'll figure out how to reward you.
You gave me a beating. If you broke my Negrazian finger, I won't be able to play anything for a while.
Thanks for the fight.
Ah, yeah. You too. Here are your winnings.
Thanks. Let's fight.
It'll
be my pleasure.
So we
but
finally
we
get
start,
our next
I'll collect the
victim.
bets. Do you have any money?
Yeah, I got all the money, bitch. I'm a thief.
Here you go.
I'm a pickpocket.
And
I'll
now
pickpocket
pray.
you and pay for it. This is like
Just you wait.
Snatched with Brad Pitt. Just two gypsies fighting in a barn. Bare knuckle. I like games where I get to Lionheart people. Look, I'm fighting for money.
Going down, I tell you.
I gotta pay for my brother sister's rent. They got a little girl, he's dead.
You're going down, I tell you.
That's the plot of Lionheart. Bitch, fall down. Go to sleep. And then another one bites the dust, people. Get him out. Get him out.
You don't look like it, but you're a good fighter. Here you go. And you owe me a tooth, you cunt.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
What the fuck are you on about?
That's for Anna. And if I ever hear you touched her again, I'll use my steel instead of my fists.
All right, fine. I'll leave her alone.
I've got a few wounds that need taking care of, and I need a hot bath. And wash my clothes, too, so I don't look like a beggar.
Excellent. Pay up and we can get started.
I'll gladly pay you.
Great. My girls will take good care of you, Henry.
There. All cleaned and bandaged up, friend. I hope next time you'll want me to do more than just wash your back. Yet.
Greetings. Do you need something?
I think Bahunek won't be bothering you anymore.
Did you give him a proper licking?
A proper licking? That's an understatement. I beat the shit out of him.
I knew I could rely on you. Unfortunately, I can't pay you for it. I can barely make ends meet myself. But I can sew. Clothes and wounds.
Thanks. That'll come in handy.
And I can also teach you something. How to mix a special ointment or to make a few stitches with a needle. What do you say?
I'd like to learn something.
God grant you health.
Greetings. Greetings.
And after our lovely bath, we have our final contestant.
So,
we're all nice and
we're gonna
healed
fight
up.
or not?
You
Ready
better
to
believe
beat
it.
this bitch that's
we
been
have
ducking
to bet
us.
first, right? Let's make this.
You gotta do a few
interesting.
things to get this guy to fight you. Just like
Bet
talk to him
sounds
a
good.
couple times. He's
Here
like
you are.
ducking you.
That's what I like to see.
He's supposed to be the champion of the town. So just handle him like you handled Hans and everyone else. Gets kicks into his belly.
I'll knock your
Get
whiskers
close
right
to
off
him
your
and
face.
twist his arm off like a chicken. Got chicken wang.
Let me enjoy this one last time.
Stay back and get some stamina, and then charge in and you just say, I don't know, I'm pushing all of the way.
Take that.
Push him left, right, I don't know. I twist the arm. Oh no, he's twisting my arm, no.
Let me enjoy this one last time.
Sound like Captain America or some bullshit. Kick you in the stomach, bitch. Punch you in the face. Oh no, no, stamina, no, oh no, I'm tired. Oh, he sounds like he's got a broken rib.
Yeah? Fuck that. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Get in close and poke you in the eye, bitch. Snap that arm right off.
Right off.
Yes, let's talking. No, bitch, no.
I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, right. That's the end of your reign.
Hit by a horse?
Alright, so that's the last guy in town. Champion of the Fight Club.
Dorothy was right. I should let the others do the fighting now.
Good fight. Thanks.
You're welcome, lad. You beat me fair and square. But if you want to practice anything or learn something else, come and see me. I'm certain Dorothy wouldn't mind that. Here you go. It's all yours. And from now on, I'm going to make a living through boring but honest work. Don't forget to go and see Lawrence. He has a nice reward waiting for the winner.
I defeated all my opponents.
I noticed, and I couldn't believe my own eyes. I thought Fiala would send you home crying. But you certainly deserve to win anyway.
Thanks.
But that still doesn't mean you're the best.
What?
Yeah, you're a bitch.
I won, didn't I?
Oh, aye. But I've heard from a few people in the tavern that there's this odd fella that lives near Bukovina. They say he could beat the devil himself if he ever met him.
I went looking for this guy he's talking about from Bukovina.
They say he lives in the woods in Kopanina, and his name
I found a potion guy with a bunch of, like, a garden.
Something like that.
And I robbed his ass because he was asleep whenever I got
Then
there
there'll be
in
no
the day.
doubt you're the best fighter in the region.
No one's safe from you if they're asleep. You just pickpocket them. But I went there and
I'd like something to eat and to spend the night.
He told me about some guys in the rocks that were giving him trouble, and I went looking for them. I found a bandit camp and killed 2 bandits with my little stabby blade technique with the poison. And I did not find the fighter guy in the woods or the guys on the rocks that the guy was talking about, just 2 bandits. And then I walked back to town with all their loot, so that took like a while. And now I'm gonna show you all the chests that you can loot from our little... so this is that stairwell I was telling you about, how you can't see anything trying to get up it to get to this guy. The first guy's set of keys. This is the place we robbed earlier. So we're gonna rob this guy, this guard. It's asleep up here above the horses. Let me just take a shit. But you have to open it up, there's the keys, and then you have to take it and then get back out the door. Nice. But see, you can't see anything in here. So we're gonna skip that chest back there, because we don't want to be over encumbered just yet, because we got 2 more sets of keys to steal from one guy. So if you just go in here with the keys we just got, otherwise you gotta lockpick it, and you go up this stair right here, and there's a few guys asleep in here, but you want this guy by this lit bookshelf over here in his trousers. And this is the scribe Gable. And he's got 2 sets of keys and a book. So it's the 1 set. Pickpocketing, man, that's just how to do it. But this is what the first set will open. I'll show you what one of the sets will open. But you still got another set of keys that we can get. So we'll just close that. There's guards on duty, so gotta be careful. If they do hear you, then they will come a-looking. So it doesn't open this chest, and this chest has the books in it. And these all just randomly spawn different stuff. But so it opens this chest with all this weaponry in it, and armor, and money. They all have money in them. Give me money. $28. Shut up, dog. See, there's some people asleep up here. You could pickpocket them if you wanted to. Maybe some other time. You can also, there's a chest right there on the left that you can, it's like a wardrobe you can open. I don't know if with these keys or the other ones. But it's got armor and weapons in it, I think. Check it out. Make sure there's nobody in there. Alright. Sneak in. Sneak back in and go looking for what else we can loot. Be very, very quiet. Alright, so here's a chest. Oh yeah, a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Big. Some more people to pick a pocket. Alright, what else is in here? Go up here. Chest back here, yeah. Oh yeah. Look at all this stuff. $23. Nice. Go ahead and get his other set of keys. No? There they are. Oh, gotta hurry. Oh, just beat it. Alright. Let's go back and get the books. What's in here? Not the document we're looking for. Okay. So nothing in that room. Go back upstairs and get the case with the books open. Look at all these wonderful books. So much leveling up. And you get random ones in here so you can get more to read. Oh yeah, endless library. I think you'll find. And then this wardrobe or whatever it is. Oh yeah. Look at all that. Nice. So we've been roaming around here for a long time and no problems. Not even a problem in our black garb. Uh-oh. Here comes a guard. Look at him, he like put his torch out. Fuck a duck? Excuse me? Be very sneaky. Alright, and then come back over here in this. We're over encumbered now. Fat as fuck. Unlock this baby. And then there's this chest right over in here. Can't even see it. And then all these weapons right here. Grab all that shit. Bunch of glaives and stuff. Pole weapons. All the pole weapons. Oh yeah. Delicious. Get the hell back out of here. And now we are. Oh shit. I'm wearing black. Can't see me. So you'd think that guy would have saw me, but no. And then you sneak right through the barn and take a left. That's where the guard was that had the key, the first set of keys. And out this way. That's the where the trader lives. The first trader in Troskowitz. And come all the way back to our little hut. Our little hut that doesn't save. But at least you can sleep. And there's no chests here for you to put stuff in. Because they knew you'd be stealing. Because you should be stealing all this. Then look at all these books. So you gotta start, we got 3 days to kill. So it's just read and sleep and eat and shit and eat and sleep and get a prostitute and just to keep sleeping. 3 days. And level up. Gonna get that tight grip. Yeah, baby. Marathon runner, baby. You're gonna love it. We want the locksmith. Oh, baby, yeah. Especially because locksmithing is freaking hard. We'll take the tool master. Some more of that lockpicking skills. And then we're gonna sting like a bee.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Gut, versuchen wir es.
Sell all our books and bullcrap after we read them. And choose the armor that we like. And then haggle a little bit. Give them a little bit off the
Here.
top.
And
hey,
something
man.
for your trouble.
Thanks for buying all my stolen shit. The Toolmaster perk makes it where you always get a lockpick back if one breaks. So that's pretty cool. I got 1,000,000 lockpicks. But it has other stuff it does also. Alright, so now we gotta get the document. And this is where we've been robbing this whole time. But this is a guard that stands over here all the time. We can just steal all this shit. We got time. So this is right by the stables and our bed. So we lockpick him. And the documents we're looking for are downstairs because we've already robbed everywhere else in this place. So they gotta be right down here. We're gonna ninja our way in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I hear footsteps. What's that? Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. We better get out of here. Alright, let's wait till midnight when everybody's asleep. And we'll try again to sneak back down in there. So, if you can't get it done during the day, because somebody's in there, wait till midnight. It's the perfect time to steal. A lot of guards out here at midnight. What y'all doing? Get the fuck out of here. You gotta stake this place out. Alright, jump down here. Alright, crouch down. Alright, and we'll loot this chest right here. And there it is. Just the document we've been looking for.
The offer of Hermes Trismegistos. That's Krazel's document.
Trismegistos. And the Traskowitz Rathos. Like, what are these names? Alright, back to the mill. La-di-da-di-da. Continue on your way, my lord. I think I will. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. Continue on my way. And the miller's hiding now over here by the creek. I have your documents from Rathos. Ha 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 ha.
I have that document from the rat house for you.
Excellent. I knew I could count on you.
Well, judging by the contents, it seems like you're dabbling in alchemy here at the mill.
That's not a bad guess. But don't forget about astrology, theurgy, transmutation, and a smidgen of demonology. Although that's something anyone with a grain of sense should avoid. Now show it to me, so I can finally get the knowledge. Good. This will come in handy. Ah, yes, of course.
What now?
That much? We're going to need more. A lot more.
Did you hear me? What now?
Sorry. I got lost in thought. I owe you my thanks as well as reward for getting me the document. And maybe another little job? What do you say?
Don't tell me you've forgotten. I need to get to that wedding in Semine.
Don't worry. Your path is leading that way. Only it'll be a little longer than expected.
You promised you'd get me into that wedding.
I did, but I didn't say when. Besides, Things are about to get really interesting. Step by step, we're moving closer to the great revelation.
Enough. I'm sick of listening to your cryptic blabbering. Supposing you first initiate me into the mysteries of your enchanting mill. This isn't any run-of-the-mill business, so to speak. I smell something devilish here.
Devilish? Not at all. You guessed it. It's nothing less than high learning. Alchemy! And when I say alchemy, I mean real alchemy.
What's this next job all about?
I need to find a saltpeter pit.
Never a wasted word, eh, Crazel?
Short and to the point. That's my credo.
And how long will it take before you tell me what a saltpeter pit is?
A saltpeter pit is a pit in which saltpeter is formed.
Saltpeter is niter. That I know. They're white crystals similar to salt. But I have no idea what you might need it for here at the mill. Or is it supposed to be some peculiar Crazel wedding gift for young Semine?
Nothing of the sort. The Kabbalistic doctrine speaks of saltpeter as a vessel for the inexhaustible essence of life. Those white crystals are said to contain the very essence of being. That's precisely what we need to give life to our golem. Thanks to the ingredients from Hermes Trismegistos, his feet will never get tired, and his fists will have the power to smash rocks. But saltpeter is the most important thing. Saltpeter will be the golem's heart.
So you're serious about this golem? And are you certain it'll work out?
Certainly. Otherwise, I wouldn't even try.
How much saltpeter will it take to bring to life such a big creature?
A lot. That's why I want you to find me a decent saltpeter pit. Do you understand?
I was hoping I'd learn something useful from you. But instead, you're making me wander around the countryside looking for some pit.
Well, you never know when an experience like that might come in handy.
All right, then. I'll look around for that saltpeter pit of yours. I just hope you know where to look, that you can point me in the right direction, and also that you'll get me into that wedding as a reward.
Yes, yes, and yes. Bonnie has a lead. She's a damned handy girl to have around. She can do anything you ask of her. But for you, the most important thing is that she knows how to look for niter, or saltpeter if you prefer.
So this Bonnie is some kind of witch who's in on this golem stuff.
Bonnie is someone I trust without question, and you should too. Not only will she teach you how to find saltpeter, but also how to differentiate it from common salt. The main difference is it has kind of cooling taste.
Hold your horses. You want me to taste that nasty stuff?
If you don't taste it, you could confuse it with some nasty rot. And you don't want that.
Damn right.
Don't be such a lily-liver, Henry. If Bonnie can taste saltpeter, so can you. She'll tell you the rest herself. You'll find her in the lair. That's a secret storage space I have here just by the pond. Only my best people can get in.
You have a secret storage space? You're full of surprises, Crazel.
What's so surprising about that?
Well, actually, it makes sense. I reckon you can't just make a golem in the mill. So how do I get to this lair?
There's a bridge over the mill stream towards the southwest. Take the path to the left, just behind it along the pond. From that path, you turn right, uphill, between the rocks, and you'll find yourself right in front of the lair. You can't miss it. Oh, and so I don't forget. You could pick some herbs along the way to see Bonnie. It would make her very happy. She's just been through some tough times. Her dog died, and on top of that, she has to spend time with that blabbermouth, Zinnik. On the other hand, Zinnik might be holding his tongue for a while after his encounter with the Troskowitz stocks.
If Bonnie spends time with Zinnik, she may want some spirits rather than herbs.
Bonnie? Never. Being a decent Christian, she avoids alcohol like the plague. Right along. So you're back as soon as possible.
To the lair.
Take care, and have a pleasant evening.
And so this is the second time that you have to run over here. You saw some dude over here earlier. And then you gotta go see Bonnie now. And so you run out of the mill and you go over this bridge. And there's a little path here right on the left that you take. And it'll take you all the way to Bonnie in the lair. And she's chilling over here with the guy that you saw before
Lord
for
be with you.
another part of his mission.
I'm
It was
Henry.
about the document.
Miller Crazel's new
You had to go
apprentice.
talk to him
He
about
sent
it.
me to search for a niter pit and said you might be able to help me with that.
Of course I will. I'm Bonnie. Nice to meet you.
Bonnie?
So now you just hang out with
name
her
I
for
hear
a bit.
often.
It's
and
not
learn.
the name
She
I
has
was
some
baptized
skills
with.
that you
In
can
our craft, it ain't a good
learn
idea
that
to
you
tell
pay
people your
for,
real name.
For
That's
thievery
why we
and
use
stuff.
nicknames. What should we call
She's
you?
a dirty little thief. So yeah, just do that. Bring your money. Bring your thieving money.
The Wolf of Scalets.
Well, that's not very creative. You know what? I'll come up with a nickname for you myself when I get to know you better. Did you bring me something from the mill?
Actually, Crazel said you'd appreciate some herbs.
He's right there. Do you have some for me?
I'm sorry. I've got nothing for you.
I reckon I'll just have to scrape together the ingredients for that magic ritual myself.
What kind of magic ritual?
The kind where Zenek finally gets some sense into his head and stops making stupid beginner's mistakes. Just so you know, that mess with the author of Hermes Trismegistos would never have happened to me. Not me. While we're on the subject of rituals, did Crazel tell you about the golem?
He did.
And what do you think of it?
I'm curious to see what a golem made of flour will look like. But I'm mostly curious to see if Crazel will really be able to breathe life into it with the help of saltpeter.
I'm more worried that as soon as it comes to life, it'll slay us all with one blow. So, if by some chance it looks like something's going wrong, you won't see my heels for dust. And I suggest you do the same. But that's enough of that. We're not going to stand here talking about flower golems when we've barely just met. I'd like to chat with you too, Henry. Get to know you a bit. But if you're in a hurry to find Crazel's saltpeter, I won't keep you.
No. I have plenty of time. But where to start?
You know what? I'll start. When they caught Zenek in Troskovitz, I was scared out of my mind that they'd catch me and clap me in the stocks. I had to hide out here for a while, so I haven't had anyone to talk to. Life in the lair isn't all fun and games. Zenek and all the other mill knuckleheads were never worth much as company. So I'm glad the miller's finally found a normal hand for once. But it's a shame I don't have my dog Sniffer no more. It was fun with him at least.
Crazel mentioned that he died.
Aye, from some fucking disease. He started getting these lumps all over his body. Then he stopped eating and what about you? What kind of family are you from? Also, thieves?
It's not important where I come from, but where I belong. And I belong to the family of scholars. I seek out the company of clever people who have something to say. Our mission is to spread learning in this world.
You must be pretty excited about old Crazel's learned ramblings, then. What do you think of the old miller, anyway?
He seems awfully mystical. He has lots of experience, like as if he's lived for hundreds of years.
It's his beard that does that. Don't let it fool you. Thanks for talking to me. It really is good to have someone to pour my heart out to. But now, about that saltpeter. Before you came, and before Zenek fucked up with the manuscript, we collected saltpeter all over the place, mainly in styes. It has to be scraped from the walls. Horrible work, time-consuming and annoying. I'm not going to lie to you. We also looked in a few chests, just in case. You know. Anyhow, now all the styes in the region are scraped clean and we're sitting pretty on a nice barrel of saltpeter.
Barrel is quite a lot.
For the whole Trosky region, aye. Unfortunately, Crazel said we need at least 6 times as much.
6 times? Will one saltpeter pit be enough?
I reckon so. There should be as much as Crazel needs for his masterwork. If you're looking for it, you ought to know how saltpeter forms. Do you have any idea?
No, I don't. And Crazel, of course, didn't tell me shit.
Don't forget that saltpeter crystals are formed in places where something is rotting. It can be shit or carcasses. Well, a saltpeter pit is actually nothing more than a mass grave. The best natural saltpeter maker.
Crazel said saltpeter is a vessel for life energy. I get it that it's left over from dead bodies, but how do you get it from shit?
God's mysterious ways. You know how it is.
And he also wanted me to taste it. That's nonsense, though, isn't it?
Unfortunately, it isn't. Otherwise, you won't know if it's saltpeter or some other shit. It feels kind of cold on the tongue.
Jesus. And you know where to look for such a pit full of carcasses, do you?
Not exactly, but I have an idea. Times are evil and there's plenty of corpses. A person who's digging holes and throwing dead bodies into them and doesn't even know he's got a a saltpeter mine.
You mean a knacker?
Exactly. And the one we have here in the region is also the gravedigger.
Well, I haven't met him yet. Where can I find him?
The cemetery is beyond Troskovitz, towards the Apollonia rocks.
So I'm in for a walk to the cemetery.
Seems like it. Too bad you couldn't have walked around the county with us before. It was fun. And pretty useful experience. I learned a lot during that time, and I won't keep it to myself. I'd be happy to teach you something, if you want.
I'll keep that in mind.
That old gravedigger will be suspicious, so I'd bring him some kind of offering. He's always dragging those carcasses, so I'm sure he'd appreciate a slab of fresh meat from Troskovitz butcher.
Good idea.
He lives a short way from the cemetery, so at least the meat won't go bad on the way. Lots of luck, the Wolf of Scarlets.
I heard you could teach me something.
It can be done, but it doesn't come for free. What are you interested in?
I know what a lockpick is, but I'm still not very good at using them.
All right, I'll show you something, but you need time for it.
I'd like to learn something.
What are you interested in?
Tell me how to sneak around without alerting my prey.
All right, I'll show you something, but you need time for it.
I'd like to learn something.
There's no time for that now. Come back later. Good day to you.
I'd like to learn something.
And what would you like?
I hear you're good at alchemy. I'd like to learn something.
Thanks. I'll teach you one trick, but it'll take time to learn it.
Alright. So we finally get done with Bonnie. And we head back over to Trauskowitz to go to the butcher and buy a sausage for the gravedigger. So we can get our peat tree salt or whatever the hell. Our Peter salt. And so yeah. Let's run over to the butcher's house.
That's right.
Takes a while to figure out. Hello, maiden. It's pretty cool right here. But this is the door that you need to get into the butcher. And you can
What would you like?
do all kinds of butchery things with this guy. Or buy some sausage from him. Give me a sausage, butcher. I'll take some sausage for the grave digger. Yeah, and a good day to you. Wash yourself off before you go see people. How do I get into this joint? This is the gravedigger's house. You just gotta walk in. Like, hey, gravedigger, where the hell are you hiding? Hey, digger of graves. Oh, there you are. Not saying shit. Weird old man.
You must be the local gravedigger, right? I'm Henry.
Ignatius, master of the sod, at your service. Looking for a final resting place? Or do you need to bury a dead goat?
None of that. I have a different, slightly unusual request. Bonnie from Lower Semine sent me. We're looking for a saltpeter pit.
From Lower Semine? What pit?
A saltpeter pit.
I ain't never heard of nothing like that. What's it supposed to be? A pit to hell?
Nah, it's actually just a pit full of carcasses. These white crystals form on the walls of it, and that's exactly what we're after.
Ah, now I get it. You should have said you're looking for the pit I throw carcasses into. What's all this about Salty Peter? I'm going to go there anyway, so I'll take you there.
Really? That was easier than I thought.
Not even a chicken scratches in the dirt without hope of reward, though. You'll help me with something first. I have some collections from some Slatigo farmsteads, and I'd be a fool if I didn't use a helping hand. At least one day I can take it a bit easy.
You want me to help you with your grave digging business?
Why not? You look like a strong fella. You'll be a good helper.
I have a better idea. You tell me where I can find that pit, and I'll give you a nice piece of fresh meat for it.
I won't say no to that. Show me what you have. Oh, aye, fresh meat. What a feast that'll make. Now, listen closely. That pit of yours lies at the end of a long journey that we'll take together on my wagon.
So you got meat out of me for nothing?
When I see how much you lot in Lower Semine are interested in it, I'm not just going to hand it to you on a plate. But thanks for the meat, and don't worry about a thing. Grave digging is a job like any other. Sooner or later, everyone needs our services. And if it wasn't for us knackers, folk would have to deal with their animal carcasses themselves.
Of course, I understand. I'm just a little worried about what people will say about me when they see me with you. I wouldn't like to lose the honor I've earned as squire to a nobleman.
Don't worry about what people say. They'll only strip you of your honor if you let them. So what then? Shall we take a nice little ride with my boys Snorter and Dragonfly here? Nice and early, at daybreak.
Yeah, so now you can either wait it out or you can go home and sleep like I did and come back in the morning.
We've got a long journey ahead of us, so get yourself comfortable so your ass won't hurt. So, you say you're from Lower Semine, eh?
Yeah, that's not what I said at all. So, you have
Not
to talk
exactly.
to him and then
I'm not
he'll
even
get
from
this
this region.
wagon a-rolling.
I'm only doing some work for the miller.
I remember Crazel when he was still a wee lad. Even then he was a great big smart-ass. When I buried his parents, he was traipsing somewhere through the world. Maybe you heard what they say about Lower Semine.
So the first place that you stop he just kind of gets out and he starts looking backwards. He tells you about this barn that he hung a deer in to try to trap a wolf or something. So he wants you to go bag the deer because it's stinking and bring it back over to the cart to throw away.
I'm too far from
Ignatius. Guys, go
Ignatius.
find it.
I should get back.
He's
so he doesn't leave
facing
without me.
in the direction of the place, so you just run back here until you see it. So get your weapon out, because there's a wolf over here. Small wolf. They're very vicious. And you just make him run away or kill him. And then you can kind of see this place on the map as like an outline if you are having trouble finding it. But you want to come back here and climb over this. Otherwise you'll never find this shit. There's a free rump right here, deer rump. You could eat or sell.
Oh,
then,
Jesus, what a stench. Better quickly throw it in a sack and take it back to the wagon.
The door to get out of here, want to go ahead and open that up. It's right here, the bolt on it. And then let's grab the bag of shit that this guy wants. And now we're gonna carry it back to the wagon. How exciting. There's the door. So, look, this wolf knows. Don't fuck with me while I'm carrying shit. I'm working here. He could attack me. You always want to travel with your armor on after you like rob the places and get armor. Could you imagine buying a whole set of this armor? Making potions or blacksmithing or something? It'd take forever. You just go pickpocket a whole fucking town worth of it. There's a bandage right here. And a potion, and if you want a crappy axe. I'm good. So carry this shit all the way back. Now there's gonna be some hombres hassling our man over here, the grave digger. You can run up in there and stab him if you want. I'm gonna go talk to him, see if I can't sort this shit out. But I'm gonna take my sword out just in case things go wrong. Because you can't really draw your sword in combat easily.
Get over here!
You're starting to scare me.
So let's have a chat with these
Hold your horses.
gentlemen, shall
What's
we?
the big hurry, eh?
Now, I say.
What's going on, Ignatius?
Ah, I'm trying to explain to these fellas we've got nothing to do with no thieving around here. They should go to Lower Samine to complain.
2 stinking pieces of shit was sneaking around our sties and cellars and lining their purses with silver too while they was at it. Some scruffy and dunger. You must be scruffy, eh?
I'm Henry, and those, names mean nothing to me.
Like I said, if it's rotten carrion they're after, they should have come to me. A passion for knacking is the only thing we have in common.
Is that so? So prove it then.
Ignatius is telling the truth. There are all sorts of types causing trouble in these parts, not just from Lower Samine. Ignatius and I thank you for taking on the job of guarding the roads, making sure that honest, if somewhat grubby tradesmen stay safe.
Aye, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. So, thanks.
Really good work, lad. Well, time waits for no man. Let's all carry on with our duties, eh?
All right, listen. We'll be going then. But if you happen to run into them two thieves, you tell us right away. Got it?
Of course.
You can count on it.
Glad to hear it. Let's go, fellas. Maybe...
Alright, so after you outsmart these gentlemen, let's go get our sack and put it on the cart. Come here, sack. Drag your ass of shit. Yeah, ass of shit. I think that's right. Put it in the back. Alright. Go talk to this guy. Alright, get on the thing. Then we ride over here. This is our next stop. This farm. Her pig's been dying. You can hear all about the story if you want. Just play the game. So you gotta get these pigs. Oh yeah, got me some pigs. Bag them up like you bagged up the
Is this
deer.
really worth it?
Carcass. Drag that shit to the wagon. So, a lot of walking. This bastard gravedigger. Throw it in the back.
See, you could do it.
Yeah, and get 2 of those.
Those pigs came here to drink.
And then you
Where to
investigate
now?
the crime
I can smell
of
something upstream.
what killed the pigs. That's a lot of what the game is people dying, people missing, people wondering what happened to them, people feuding, people pulling pranks on each other, and then getting into fights about it, then murdering each other, and then asking you to murder each other and choose a side. And investigating and making money and thieving and fighting and punching and kicking and eating and drinking and paying wenches to bathe you. And yeah, that's what's going on around here. Alright, and leveling up, picking a path to level up. You pretty much are just gonna level up everything. That's what I did in survival and potion stuff.
It really wasn't a curse. There are
Ended
rotting
up with
carcasses
pretty much
in the
all the
water upstream from the watering
perks so
spot.
far.
No wonder the pigs caught some disease.
Well, what do you know? I was right. I'll give you a hand. It'd take you all night on your own. Now listen to me closely. You won't be carrying anything at the next farmstead. Instead, you'll have to make one
dead shit
carcass
that was
there.
in the river.
See, the work of a knacker ain't just about clearing away dead animals. Now and then you've got to put down some creature so it don't suffer. Or, like today, to put it down so everyone around it don't have to suffer.
job for you
In
at
this
the
case, we're talking about a dog.
Well, what can I do? But I doubt I'll feel good about it.
That cur belongs to the greengrocer, Vizar. I've heard they're both pretty fierce. Don't draw too much attention to yourself at the farmstead. I'll give you some Aesop potion to drink first, and some meat and bane. Soak the meat with the poison and throw it to the dog. He'll probably be locked in a pen somewhere. As soon as it's done, we'll disappear before anyone notices anything. I got paid well for it from the neighbors, so don't fuck it up for me.
So if you're gonna poison the dog, you're gonna need to take the bane poison, and you're gonna want to put that on the hare meat, the rabbit meat. So take that bane, go over to the bane poison first, and then go select what you're gonna put it on. And then also you want to drink that weak Aesop. But first we'll put this on the hare meat. There you go. It's on the meat. 3 servings of it. And then if you drink this, then the animals don't smell you. So you can sneak up on them and be like, surprise meat. I got you some surprise meat, doggy. Drink it. Alright, so we gotta go find the dog so we can give him the meat. The poison meat.
Praise God.
Yes. So the doggy's over here. So we gotta walk over here across some pastures, over some fences, and then we see Bonnie. Hey, Bonnie. What's up, Bonnie? What are you doing with my dog? How you doing, Bonnie?
Where'd you come from?
Just chilling with some poison meat. Not doing nothing.
Bonnie? What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? I'm just gonna
The
poison
gravedigger
dog,
wants me to poison that dog.
Jesus!
I know, right?
And are you going to do it?
But what else can I do?
Maybe.
You're the one who sent me to Ignatius. You just tactfully neglected to mention that when you and Zinnek were acting as his hands, you robbed half the houses in the county.
Shit. It's all gone sour.
This is all I have left to do before he takes me to the saltpeter pit.
And couldn't you find the pit without that? Just take a look at that poor creature. I'd like to keep him in place of my poor dead sniffer.
You surely know how to pick him. Your poor creature is terrorizing the whole area.
It's not the animal's fault. When Zinnek and I were here last, I saw how old Vysarik treats him. He doesn't give him food, he abuses him. With a master like that, he won't last long. You wouldn't kill a dumb creature just because its master is a sick horsen, would you?
Well, you don't have to convince me. Ever since the gravedigger told me to do it, I've been trying to figure out how to save that dog. If you want to take him, I won't stop you.
You're a much better Christian than I thought you were. I'll take him to the lair. We'll meet there.
Hurry off now, before someone sees us together.
Come on now, boy.
And
You'll
so
like it in the lair.
It all worked out. And we didn't have to poison the dog. But we tell this guy...
The dog is dead.
We fucking
So,
poisoned him.
can we go to the pit now?
Dead, eh?
We fed him.
And what are you so nervous about?
Poisoned hair meat. And it died quickly. It was just dropped dead.
It wasn't
after
pleasant
I
to
gave it
watch.
to it.
I did it exactly how you told me.
And it just
I poisoned
dropped
him.
dead.
Oh, aye. And how did it go exactly?
Dead as a doornail.
I dipped the meat in poison.
Perfect.
He ate it and peacefully departed to doggy heaven.
So, it all went how it should. I use a real strong mixture so the creatures don't suffer too much. He's done for, the beast. Finally. Let's go before we start looking suspicious.
So this is it. This is the pit.
Slowly, boy. Slowly. Have a bit of respect. Death always deserves respect, whether it's people or animals.
But there's hardly 3 heaps here. Is this really it? Are you yanking my pizzle again?
Of course not. True, it used to be one big pit. But then I found out when you pile up carcasses in smaller pits and throw some wet hay between them, it all rots better. And the better it rots, the more nitre you'll have. Are you going to take some right away?
I won't. The miller will probably send some people here.
Well, they'd better not dig it all up. That'd disturb the natural balance, see? And soon they'll find out there's no place to find saltpeter.
Well, I reckon I'm delaying the inevitable. I'll still have to taste it.
You're going to taste it?
It's the only way I can be certain it really is saltpeter.
God's nails. And they say I'm disgusting. Wait a moment. I've got a reward for you. Just so's you don't think old Ignatius and his even older nags is ungrateful riffraff. Take it as a thanks for your help. Maybe you'll take over my trade one day when I'm pushing up daisies myself.
Who knows? Maybe that'll really be my fate. I'll live at the cemetery, build piles of carcasses, and eat bread with saltpeter.
Here's something that'll definitely come in handy if you ever need to go through all this again. Either with me or somewhere else.
Thanks.
Taste it then. Get to it. This I have got to see.
And so we taste the dead poo-poo salt.
Look at me.
And,
The Lord's messenger to a taster of cadavers.
Finally done with this bastard
Cold
gravedigger.
And salty. This must be it.
And we can go back to the mill finally and talk to our demon lord, the mill master. Trying to raise golems to make donuts. We gotta take a bath and wash our clothes after all that shit. You wash your clothes in that pond by the lady.
You can try.
These fools are fighting outside where I was washing my face. Like, what?
Let it be, please.
Can I get a break?
No fucking chance. I won't let a pig
Can we
like
just
that
have some
gawk at you.
peace? I've
Well, he
been
wasn't gawking at me.
eating
going on
poo-poo
here?
salt all day.
That prick's ogling my
I had a
girl.
long day
No,
of
I'm not.
carrying bags and
But
poo-poo
even if
salt.
I was, he can't get all gobby
I'll
on
leave
me
this
like
shit
that.
right now
You're
outside
making
the
a
tavern.
scene. Please, let's just go.
Yeah, look. To quote the Bible,
Worldly law says one thing, but God's law and scripture tells us something else.
What are you talking about?
The Ten Commandments say thou shalt not covet thy neighbour's wife.
There you go.
But they also say thou shalt not kill.
No worries on that score. I'll just knock his teeth out.
That's also a sin. So let it go and just be glad you have a beautiful, sweet lass. Love one another and multiply.
You know what? Let's go. I wouldn't want to beat up a prelate in disguise. No one else is gonna.
thank God. All right. So I was traveling around and this guy had some stripper dice. It says that it makes the ladies take their clothes off, so we gotta buy that. Always look for the strip dice. Then we'll give them a little money.
I'll agree to that.
We're gonna, cheapskate him a little bit and get a good deal on that. Strip dice.
I found the place where we can harvest
And then
salt,
we talk
Peter.
to the mill.
You just head out of Troskovitz towards
Tell 'em
Apollonia.
that we ate the doo-doo
Carry
salt.
on alongside the road, then head off it at the
He'll
right
be
spot.
so happy with
Only
us.
it's not a pit, it's 3 piles of earth. The gravedigger Ignatius drove me there himself.
And is it the real stuff? Did you taste it?
Yeah. And I hope I never have to do that again. Ugh. I think the experience has changed me forever.
Oh, come on. You whine more than cynic. It's just commonplace salt. I was hoping it'd be closer. To go all the way to Apollonia. If I send 2 wagons, that should be enough.
What should I do?
That means I could mix a barrel and a half.
Crazul, focus. What else do you need from me?
Oh, sorry. What were you asking? About a reward? It's right here.
Thanks. How's it going with the golem?
Well, the whole thing is really appealing to a scholar of my field of interest and important for humanity. But certain circumstances have emerged which, unfortunately, move its creation somewhere further into the future.
Wait, what do you mean? So there won't be any golem?
Not for now.
What about all the niter? The life essence?
I admitted to myself it's maybe too much to take on, and I decided to go back to my roots.
So the search for saltpeter was for nothing?
Not at all. The saltpeter will help us create primordial matter. The origin. Chaos. Materia prima.
God. Here we go again.
As alchemical scholars, we actually have only one task before us. To penetrate the diaphanum and find out where it gets its disposition and power from. Only then will we understand the nature of the shadows.
Eh?
I'll explain it to you.
Tell me then, what's the next task then, Crazul?
From behind the closed gates of Trotsky come quiet whispers, carried by the wind, all the way here to me in the mill. Do you hear it too?
No. Reckon my ears aren't that good.
Scribe Erezim received a trunk from Prague, and in that trunk was...
The document of Hermes Trismegistos?
No, a book. And from an author more venerable than Hermes. It's thin, with a sand-colored cover, embossed. Ordinary at first glance, but the treasure's inside. You might say it's kind of an alchemical cookbook.
So I'm gonna have to pick some locks again, eh? And in the castle, no less. I'd like to know how I'm supposed to get in there. Trotsky is shut tight.
For some. The gates of Trotsky may appear to be closed to us, mere mortals. But why try to force your way in when there's a person they'll invite in themselves?
What person?
Hold on, we'll get to that. We've got the Samine wedding coming up. I can't wait to try out my new potion against drunkenness there. What about you? You still need to get there?
Certainly. It's why I decided to work for you. Or have you forgotten? I hope your promise still stands.
Of course it does. What do you take me for? Start getting ready. You've almost got a fine outfit, I see. But it still could be a lot better. Ad charisma tuendum. Say a prayer to St. Paul. Maybe he'll send you a few nice things from heaven.
So you'll really get me into that wedding? Am I dreaming?
No, you're not. But before you start celebrating, we won't be going by ourselves. We'll have company. Or, to be more exact, the two of us will be accompanying a certain person. Me as a friend and host, and you as a bodyguard, loyal servant. Call it what you will.
And who is this mysterious person?
A true lady will come to the wedding with us. Radiant as the morning star, refined as pure gold. All will be stunned by her beauty, and she'll be our lockpick that will find the weak spot in the gate to Trotsky. All it'll take is a little push, and clunk! The lock will open, and the book will be mine.
What weak spot?
The castle's weak spot is Chamberlain Ulrich, because he himself has a weakness for women. Of all the single damsels at the wedding, ours will be the most charming and irresistible for him. Noble or not, he's a mortal man, and he'll start to think with his male member. We will watch as he becomes feverish with lust. Soon he'll be begging to take our companion to Trotsky. He'll pretend his motives are pure, so she'll be more comfortable. And when the Chamberlain becomes insistent, you, as her personal bodyguard, will accept his offer. Naturally, you'll say you won't leave her side so you can defend her honor. Once in Trotsky, Ulrich will do everything to get you to leave him alone with her. And that will be your chance.
I can hardly believe that you, of all people, would come up with such a straightforward plan.
Well, it's not all that straightforward. I admit there's a certain element here that makes everything more complicated. First, we have to find our gracious lady.
Ah. And I'm gonna look for one, right?
Who else? Look, she doesn't have to be a lady per se. We just need a wench with a pretty face. We'll get her a nice dress, some perfume. She doesn't even have to speak. We'll do the talking.
So some bathhouse wench would do?
Aye, that should work. You can find lots of capable girls at the Gelioff baths, including some who aren't so well known. It's true, Dorothy can be a bit unpleasant, but you'll be giving her an offer she can't refuse.
Well, the last time I dealt with her getting your disguise washed, she was quite delightful.
You'll tell her I'm offering enough groschen to buy 2 cows or a small cottage. That should soften her up.
All right, I'll take care of it.
Excellent. You're a talented, likable youngster, like Knight Roland of yore. I have complete faith in you. And don't forget, we're going to need to dress the girl up and make her smell nice so she comes across like a real lady. So, stop off at Troskowitz as well and get her a nice brocade dress and some long-lasting perfume. Mentha would be ideal.
Where can I find the perfume?
Emmerich the apothecary might have something. They say he makes some perfume for his wife. Or ask Betty the innkeeper. She may be a god-awful battle axe, but a nice-smelling one. Or get hold of the recipe and make your own mentha. As an alchemy apprentice, you should be able to manage.
Where can I find the dress?
Where do you think? The butcher's? Go and see the tailor. Bartoszek has just the thing in his shop. A beautiful red dress made of Tyrolean brocade.
Why that dress exactly?
Because red is the color of love and passion. And rich Tyrolean brocade is just begging to be touched. Ulrich won't know where to look. The dress is likely to be pretty expensive. But that's no obstacle for you, right?
I'll be going then.
Once you've got everything ready for the wedding, we'll meet in front of the fortress gate. There, I'll let our lady in on some other details of our plan. But that won't be for your ears. Anyway, you'll be rehearsing your speech to Lord von Berghoff then, won't you?
I can't wait.
So off we go on our hunt for women. We travel to the first town, the bathhouse, and get a room for a good night rest. This is one way to heal up and get some food and some sleep for some money. And you can just rest in town. Next time we're gonna go to the Nomad place and see if we can find a crazy lady there that might want to take a date with the Chamberlain.
God grant you health.
Till next time.
Closing time.
It is time
What would you
to
like?
go to bed. Again.
I need a place to sleep and something to eat.
If you got the coin, it can be arranged. And for how long?
I just want to spend the night.
No problem, but you'll pay in advance.
All right, I'll pay. Here's your groschen.
I knew we'd come to an agreement. Anyone can sleep like a king here. And if you're hungry, there's some food in the pot.
Show me your wares.
I hope you'll be satisfied.
F-U-C-K.
Careful.
Oh, no. Couldn't eat another bite.